On Friday, we caught up with racing legend Bobby Unser. Here's part 2 of that interview with the Motorsports Hall of Famer. You win Pikes Peak in 1959, and then basically a year later you also started flying, which I thought was very interesting. So you get your first plane, which was something that you decided to do at that time, basically to try to get to and from these races much faster, to get out to California much faster. What was that experience like for you?
Well, that was a busy time, really busy time. And there was no leeway for time on that, because here it is, here it is, here it is. Wow, there's a whole bunch of them. And I had to hit a whole bunch of them all the time, because if I didn't, it's going to be a slow time in hell, you know.
Yeah,
I need to win those races. And somehow or another I did. You know, it's really important to win. I mean, you can try to win, you can make something out of it, but to win, you gotta work hard, you know? Work hard.
I've heard that you probably spent more time flying over the years than you actually spent racing.
No question about that, yeah. No question about that. But it also became fun. I know it might sound a little weird to some people, but it really amounted to a lot of fun for me too, because now it goes up, levels off, and just keeps going, because I got a hold of it. That thing I got a hold of, and it's going to keep going, and then it works. And I really liked it. I really liked the racing too. In other words, the racing was really fun, gave me a lot of satisfaction, really made me work hard. In other words, how in the heck are you going to get to it from the races? It's going to be a really hard job, is what the answer is. But it's not an unforgiving job. It's okay, and it's going to forgive you. But you don't need forgiving. You just need to race. That's what it comes about.
And the missus, she flies too, right? She also flies.
Yes. Uh-huh.
We should definitely give Lisa a shout out, because she's been so great, in organizing this as well.
How does she race and keep up all this stuff at the same time? I don't know how, but
Sure.
she did, and she got to where she really liked it. In other words, it was a big deal to her, and I mean, no place to go except up.
Well, behind every great man, there's a great woman, they say. So
I believe that's true.
So now, Bobby, after your racing days, you of course get a chance to go into announcing and be in the broadcast booth, and you're actually on the call for when Al wins his fourth 500. I was wondering if that is the best moment for you in the broadcast booth, especially considering that you actually won an Emmy Award for your broadcasting of the 500 in 1989.
That was nice. That was nice. He thinks I took it for granted, but let me tell you something. To see an Unser win another Indy 500, you just rang the big bell. All the ringing you could ever do is going to happen, and did happen. And I just loved it. I mean, it was so nice to be able to know that you got that done. And it did happen, or is going to happen. And it was just totally nice. Totally, totally, totally nice.
I don't know if our movie buffs at home know this, but there is an old-time movie called Winning with Paul Newman in it. And in that movie, actually, the car that he drives in Indianapolis is a replica of your car that you won with in 1968. And to boot, you actually have a cameo in the movie. I was wondering what your fondest recollections of being part of that film were or are, and then also what it was like to be around Paul Newman.
We became good friends immediately. In other words, we didn't have to wait for the friendship to happen. And that was nice, because I'm sure that you were somewhat the same way, but you look at a movie and you say, wow, I really like that guy. Remember, you haven't cut a big hog in the rear end or anything, but you say, you know, I like that man. I like his movies. I like what he does. Then all of a sudden, you're standing there shaking hands with him, and he likes you, and you like him. And wow, that's the way to go, you know. I liked Paul Newman a bunch, and I'm pretty sure he liked me a bunch.
I think it's a very cool movie. I'm sure there's a lot of movie buffs at home that might not have seen that film, and I would definitely recommend it, during the coronavirus pandemic if you're stuck at home.
Get busy. See, for an old movie, come on, it was pretty nice, you know. I mean, maybe not the best movie in the world, but Paul Newman was definitely hot dog, you know.
Of course.
I mean, really hot dog. He just I tell you what, he liked racing as much as I do or more than I do. That
I
man was
believe it.
racing nut. Had to have his race cars. And that was nice.
Speaking of being at home, Bobby, as our fans at home can see behind you, Unserville is amazing. All of your awards and your trophies. And like I had mentioned earlier about the family basically having that base in New Mexico and you and your brother staying there for so many years, raising your family there. Did you ever think of going anywhere else, or did you commit to yourself that that was where you wanted to be?
It wasn't want, it was necessities. Just think about this. You basically have to be someplace. And I picked Albuquerque not because it's the best place, it's because that's where I wanted to live. Al's the same way. My dad the same way. All of us the same way. I know it's going to nip us a little bit and stuff, and you're going to find things that you don't like, but mostly you're going to find what you do like if you stay there. If you stay like with me in Albuquerque, I like it. It's okay. No problems. No big time things going on. But I'll tell you what, there's plenty of small things sometimes, but there's plenty of things to offset them also, because they do get offset sometimes.
When it's all said and done, let's say even 100 years from now, if someone brings up Bobby Unser's name, what do you want them to remember most about you?
I want them to remember that Bobby Unser was one hell of a race driver. Really good. And I know that I've been good many times. I know I was able to do it, and I ain't through yet. I may want to decide I want to do something else too, you know.
Well, three-time winner of the Indianapolis 500, 13 times at Pikes Peak, and you're pretty much in every single motorsports Hall of Fame that you could be in. You've had an incredible career, both in racing and then, of course, after racing. It's been such an honor and a treat to have you on our show, Bobby. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Well, you can't imagine how much it is to me, how much it means to me. Because New York, hey man, that's a long ways away. You know how far that is? Too far to be real, you know?
Well, it's the Mecca. I definitely appreciate you taking a stroll with us down memory lane, and it's really been great to be part of Unserville and the Bobby Unser legend.
What a nice time and way to do this. This one was really fun. This one was okay. I love it. So anytime you want to do it, you just give a holler, make it happen by hollering at me, and we'll both make it happen.
Great. We'll talk soon.
Okie dokie. Thanks, Bobby.